Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some Techopolis 2. Just finished a big grind getting all of the amethyst. Not all of the amethyst, but enough of the amethyst at least so that we can make a few of the Elite Technium ingots here. So 16 obviously, the amethyst being our bottleneck, but once we get this automated, this might actually even become one of the most plentiful resources, because I think this is going to come in pretty quickly once we set it up correctly. But get a big noise. Get one more dollary due. I did backtrack and get all of the quest rewards, save for the little logistics book. But I crafted all this, basically let it despawn on the ground. Got all backtracking any unfinished quest lines. So there was one in basic tech somewhere, and then a few here in the advanced. And in the elite, obviously it was just finishing off that last one. So off camera, I did some work here in the ultimate thing, mostly just finishing off this diamond and emerald line, because there's no sense to go over this with you in the video here. It's just all the same stuff, making the ores, getting them producing, and then the next two levels of support frames came along with it there. So I am up to 53 tech bucks here now, so that's not too bad. But we do have some necessary buys. Obviously the 36 or so for the gem ores is one that we've got to buy, and then in this here I was looking ahead, and we might need this ender ore, which that one costs some dollary dues there as well. So 16 we need for refined storage. The ender ore would be 8 if we wanted to get it, plus buying the node of the ender ore. Flux networks costs 8. I want to have wireless power throughout there once we get into the power reactors, which we will be doing. Just have one big reactor and then a whole bunch of flux plugs and points all over the place is my power solution for the end game. Laser IO might be handy, but it's 16. And then the gem ores are 16 again, so not enough to do everything for sure. Which one are we doing right now? Oh yeah, we're unlocking Mekanism now, so we're doing the osmium papers. Oh yeah, and to get the diamond and emerald paper, we just needed the ruby blocks. I think I pointed this out earlier, but just had to do an extra batch of the ruby just to get to that one before we actually get the ruby ore. It was a little bit painful, but we have to do what we have to do. All right, and then the next research is the Mekanism papers, which needs 4 blocks of osmium, which we can probably just get right quick with the gray colored stone and our prospector's axe. I don't know how many, but don't need any of this. Right, we ended up getting quite a few stacks of osmium out of that one stack of gray-colored stone, so we are flush on that. We'll just need 4 more of these guys. Oh, did forget to put the miner onto that's that, and yes. The heck am I doing? So can't forget to put the glass on too. There we go. Should be working. Won't be working because I've neglected my fern eye again. Just that one's not right out. We ended up with 59 osmium out of all that. Not too shabby. That's that one done. Osmium's done. Diamond Emerald are done. Oh yes, so I did make just the first tier of improvements for the crystallizer machines. Those ones are pretty slow, so just to amp those up a little bit, just with the first level there, nothing too crazy. With the second tier, it's pretty doable, but it does take some technium to get there, so I just opted against doing that just now, or just then when I was upgrading those. I need a place for osmium to come into. Osmium's in the creation of these guys. How much room do we have on this side? Should be fine. Unless it already went in over here somewhere. No. Oh, 5 extra osmium. I'd rather have the tech buck, to be honest. All right, so now we're getting into Mekanism proper. So we're going to be making the casing. These aren't too hard, but it does take Elite Technium for every Mekanism machine that we want to make. So there is a definite price to pay for getting set up with some of the best machines that there are. So you've got a choice. You can pay the price and get the best machines, or just go with something a little bit more simpler, which doesn't cost that high of a price. But if you've gotten everything automated, it shouldn't be that high of a price, which I kind of want to get there, but also I want to do it efficiently and not have to do everything twice over, right? Which is the reason I avoided simple storage along the way here. So yeah, off camera I can get the bits and bobs together for the metallurgic infuser, crusher, an osmium compressor. And then that should be everything we need to finish off getting our atomic alloys, which, as we just saw, are used in the creation of the next tier of the Technium. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, so we got the metallurgic infuser. We put 4 redstone in and 2 osmium ingots, and that'll get us 2 of these basic control circuits. Now we can, obviously, if you know Mekanism at all, increase the efficiency for this slot by getting some enrichment chambers. But unless you're going to be doing a lot of Mekanism, which I might steer clear of because of the Technium investment it takes, you definitely want to, judge based on that. If you're going to be doing more, definitely get the infusers. Otherwise, maybe we might be able to brute force it, but we might need those machines just because the final tier one is a little bit painful to make with the refined obsidian. Might want to use the refined plate, the enriched. We'll see when we get there how easy it is, if it is easy at all to set up. Now this should be able to get us our crusher. Would be if I had redstone on me. Crusher's really for these quests is only going to be used for one thing, but you can do all of your basic pulverizing in this machine without secondary outputs, which is the big thing that we get with Mekanism here, is that we don't have to worry about, none of the ores are popping up, right? Because there's 120 pages of it. But yeah, if you, maybe some of the ores can't be crushed. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing them. Aha, so no, you can't use the crusher. You can only crush the ingots in the Mekanism machine. So never mind that thought, I guess. All right, what was I doing? Oh, and the infused alloy does have an updated recipe in this pack. So 10 millibuckets of redstone plus one of the infused crystallines. For now, I guess. Wait, which machine is that done in now? Oh, it's the dust we have to do. Aha. I think I've got a bit of the dust. No, it's a crystallizer. Probably one with... No, it's an induction smelter. That? Yes. Hello. Don't know what I'm doing sometime, but put it in there with, oh wait, 10 redstone. Why don't I just get a stack of redstone, because to make the advanced control circuit, it's just 2 of the infused with a basic control circuit. And then we're on to the reinforced, which takes 2 diamonds plus 1 of the infused alloys. Here, there. One more of these. Yes, you have to crush your diamond before you can put it into that, or enrich it in the enrichment chamber, as I mentioned earlier. Just gonna have my second. And then the osmium compressor is the last one that we need, but I just wanted to finish off that one there. Oh, I needed 2 of those. Boo. All right, I'll pause it here and come back when I got caught up on that stuff. All right, we have osmium compressor. Nice spot to put it down, I guess. Right, so the final tier is the atomic. So we need to put the refined obsidian in on the infusing spot. This is obsidian dust and diamond dust. So it looks like 1 diamond and 1 obsidian. We have to get the enrichment chamber to do the obsidian dust. Okay. I don't think I've ever, well, I've done those alloys before. I just can't. It's been a long time since I've done as high as atomic alloys in refined or in a mechanism, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. All right, I'll have to go off camera here for a moment and get the bits and bobs crafted up for that. Enrichment chamber get. Be taking out another induction smelter. That's fine. Ah, forgot something. All right, so now we should be able to turn the obsidian to dust. Or dust, in fact. Then 1 diamond and that. Will make us the refined obsidian dust, and if we put this back through the enrichment chamber, this should give us 80 millibuckets of the refined obsidian, which should be enough to do 2 of the atomic alloys, because that this machine basically will take your extras there and make them 8 times more efficient. And it costs 40 obsidian per reinforced alloy to make the atomic alloy. No big fanfare? Oh, I missed touching a refined obsidian ingot. We'll have to backtrack for that one later. That's taking that refined obsidian with dust and putting it in the osmium. I see. So that shouldn't be too hard. We just need another crushed diamond. Osmium we're going to need, but yeah, this is why we needed the osmium compressor, is to get the ingots that we can totally bypass anyways. So we used up slightly more than 1. And there we go. So we'll make this a shorter episode. That's pretty much all we needed to cover from the mechanism line. There are the most useful machine by far will be the enrichment chamber to turn our coal into the enriched coal for doing steel. Because if you put coal here and iron here, then you'll get enriched iron, and then you do that process again, so coal here and enriched iron here, and that will get you steel. So we can do steel in 2 metallurgic infusers rather than having to mess around trying to automate this piece of garbage. Well, it's not garbage. It's lovely. It does a good job for what it does, but when we want to get into serious automations, it's a bit bulky at 3x3 compared to doing two 1-block machines instead of taking up the 9 blocks of space. Anywho, that's it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I appreciate you for checking it out, and we will see you in the next one.